Well, let's just get this over with then, shall we? Oh yeah, I also gotta do the other bits, eh? Race Spec. The more important bits. And that is audio check, which I have. Good. Right. Oh, guess we wait just a little bit, then hopefully we'll get going shortly. Yep. Oh, good old Thierry Neuville, just screwing it all up in Croatia. If you're wondering why I'm laughing, it's just from another Discord that I'm in. About 8 minutes late. Are we gonna get going? What are we missing? Hang on. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, good. Finally we can get going. It only took about 10 minutes till we were starting, but here we are. Eventually we go there. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Hello and welcome to round 9 of the Pacific Open Series Tier 1 Championship here on Race Spec Esports. My name is KD1997, commentator for this race, and this time we are racing at the Shanghai International Circuit for the Chinese Grand Prix. Opened in 2004, same year as the Bahrain International Circuit Open, designed by the same man who created that same exact circuit, Herman Tilke, lies the Shanghai International Circuit, being the first racetrack to host and only racetrack in China to host a Formula One Grand Prix. Chinese Grand Prix, that is. It is a 3.36 mile racetrack, or in other essence of distance, of a total distance of 5.451 kilometers, consisting of 16 turns and 2 DRS zones that provide pretty much the better overtaking opportunities of the main straightaway lean up to the first turn, which basically is a long, snaily section of lean through turns 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then, of course, down the back straightaway at the exit of turn 13 that leads into a heavy braking zone of turns 14 to 15. But yeah, like I said before, turn 1, turn 6 also as well, and probably also turn 14, as we've seen in the past, will be the overtaking spots on the racetrack here for this race. It's not the most exciting racetrack in the world. It's not the worst either, but I find it to be mainly one of the more boring racetracks on the modern F1 calendar, but this is what we get pretty much with a Tilka-esque track, I guess. But we'll see how the racing goes. Hopefully it turns out to be a decent race compared to what it was we saw in real life about a couple hours ago, or for the last couple hours, I should say. But yeah, that is the introduction to that also. But before I get into quali, there is just some news to go through. First, from the previous race at France, there were at least 2 incidents that were reported. One was resulted in no further action, but the other one was pretty key apparently. This was because of a 5-second penalty that Sebastian Spicer got in an incident that he had. Oh wait, no, hang on. I'm reading the wrong incident. Am I reading the wrong incident? Oh no, okay, no, I'm not reading the wrong incident. No, this incident was an NFA. I take that back. There was also an incident involving Grid Jokes and ACW, but that was resulted in no further action as well. Oh wait, what? Am I reading that wrong too? Hang on. Oh, okay. No, Grid Jokes got a 5-second penalty. I am very sorry, I'm getting my serial reports all mixed up. No, Grid Jokes got a 5-second penalty. Unfortunately, though, I don't necessarily know what that meant in the official results. A, because it wasn't streamed, and B, because the final results were not posted in the race results, so I don't necessarily have an idea where he finished up overall. But I know he finished in 5th. That is the only thing I do know. Yeah, Matt Plevey ended up winning that race. Sebastian Spicer got 2nd, and Dada got 3rd in that race. But while we talk about that, the Drivers' Championship. Currently, it is Sebastian Spicer that is leading the way on 164 points. His closest rival is to Matt Plevey, which he is not terribly far away. He has only 157 points, 7 points behind Sebastian Spicer. Dada's in 3rd on 121, followed by Grid Jokes in 4th with 109, ACW in 5th with 92, T-Mac in 6th with 78, Apollo Pepsi in 7th with 59, along with Blake Stevenson in 8th, Levi Tiger Pants in 9th with 49, and combined rounds it off in the 10 with 47 points, along with Dutchie being tied with him as well. Constructors' Championship, Mercedes still lead the way on 256 points, followed by McLaren, that's in 2nd on 230. Ferrari are in 3rd with 216, followed by Alpine in 4th with 113 points. 5th is AlphaTauri with 106. Red Bull Racing in 6th with 83. 7th is Aston Martin on 69. Williams in 8th on 46. Haas in 9th with 38. And Alfa Romeo with 32 points rounds it off. But that is it. We cannot fully get into this quali session here. And I think I gotta do one more thing as well, since I am doing a Pacific race. There we go. Change it to kph. Kilometers an hour, obviously. Looks like Mr. Eagle's getting a bit of a sneaky slipstream as got any dirty. That's an interesting name. Top. Well, he was at the top, but not anymore. It's Zach Warren that goes to the top with a 1:31.5. Eagle, though, getting a slipstream from a Mercedes in front, as Plevs goes now to the top with a 1:31.0. Around the final corner now goes Eagle. Up to the line he'll come. It's going to be a 31.6. Putting himself in 3rd. Grid Jokes goes to P2. 31.5. So Matt Plevy already setting the benchmark already here in this qualifying session. Seb on an outlap at the moment. Big Al on an outlap as well. I think we'll ride along with him since he is going to be the next car to start a proper lap. As T-Mac goes to P2 with a 31.4. I think I saw another time popping there. I think that might have been Sam with a 31.7 as Baggers has joined the session. Oh, he's rejoined the session, I should say. Alright then, we'll ride along with Mr. Big Al and give you a proper tour of the racetrack then here at Shanghai International Circuit. Around the final corner now, onto the main straight. We'll start his first flying lap. DRS open, down the little dip, and then heading up towards the first turn. You'll put the car to the left and then flick it to the right into the turns 1, 2 complex. A very long sequence right-hander that's very snaily, pretty much, through turn 3 and turn 4. Find the power as best you can, and then head up towards the kink of turn 5 and into the braking zone of turn 6. Brake just about 75, down to third, around the corner, up towards now turn 7. The little bit of high to medium speed corners here, the flat out through turn 7, and then into turn 8, down to 5th, and then into a double apex of turns 9 and 10. As Blake Stevenson has been disqualified for blocking the pits. Up towards now turns 11 and 12, down to 3rd. Now you got another long right-hander coming up here. Pretty much finding the power there. Get as low as you can and then get the car onto the left-hand side of the exit of the corner, back onto the back straight, on towards now turn 14 with the DRS open. Entry speed is about 327 kilometers an hour, down to 3rd of the inside apex as best you can. Get a good exit, and you did exactly that. Up towards now the final turn, down to 5th. Maybe missing the apex just a little bit, but he will cross the line. And goes provisional pole with a 1 minute 30.8. That is what everyone will have to chase. Spicer, meanwhile, also going P3 with a 31.1. Seb, definitely someone that can definitely challenge for pole. He's currently coming around the right-hander of 13. Up towards now the back straight. We'll open the DRS. See what he can do here. We saw Big Al hit 327 kilometers an hour. And for the Red Bull, 328 kilometers an hour. Down to 3rd, find the traction. Got there very smooth indeed there by Seb. Now up towards the final turn, down to 4th, not 5th like we saw with Al. He did go over the curb, it looked like slightly, I think. But it didn't matter. He got pole position, or provisional pole position for now, with a 1 minute 30.801. 6/100ths quicker than Al at the moment. Let's see here. Paul Pepsi back on track. He's on the soft tire actually. He's on the intermediates like I see him typically do on his opening stint. I think he might have done that maybe a little bit ago whilst I wasn't looking. Let's see. ACW on an outlap. I'm gonna have fun with that name. Dury currently 13th on an outlap. Bompton in 12th on an outlap as well, and he's got a 32.5. Currently, pretty much from 1st to 11th are separated by just over a second, separating them. As Eagle, don't think he's not pushing. Okay, no, he's not pushing. Let's see here. ACW coming through 7-8. He's still on outlap. Let's see what Apollo Pepsi can do then. As he heads up towards the first turn. Flip the car in. Brings it down to... Oh, interesting. He went up to 6. I think he might have done that by mistake, because then he went down to 3rd quickly there. I think he didn't mean to go down to go up to 6 there. Now he goes up the gears at turn 4. Let's see, to the first sector. 23.9. Didn't really actually affect him too much. Brings it down to 2nd, then short shifts up to 3rd. Now heads up towards 7 and 8. Keep the car pinned to the curb. Flat out through turns 7 and 8. Little bit of modulation and then back down the gear, down to third, up to fourth, and then you find the traction at the exit of turn 10. The clock saying for Apollo Pepsi is a 51.1. Might have missed the apex just a bit there, coming into turn 11. Now to the long right-hander of turn 13. Then back onto the back straight. See what kind of speed the AlphaTauri has got in his back pocket. 327 kilometers an hour. Down to second, way deep, I think, there at turn 14. Definitely looked like he went a little bit deep, I think. Up towards now the final corner. Oh, he went wide, but doesn't invalidate. Somehow he kept the lap valid. And up to P6. I'm very surprised by that. He was well wide there at the final turn. Interesting. Oh, great joke. Same story here. Nearly wide there at turn 10. But he's still up. He's up by nearly 3/10, as a matter of fact. Around the right-hander, 12-13. Hug the inside part of the track. And then back up the left-hand side. Up towards now the back straight. DRS open. Maybe get a bit of a sneaky little toe here if he can from that Mercedes in front of him. I'm probably going to assume that's probably ACW. I think that's in front of him. Alright, out of the right-hander up towards now the final turn. There's the Mercedes going through. Baggis goes to P7 with a 31.3. And ACW does go to the top now with a 130.800. 1,000th quicker than Seb at the moment, as Gridjokes improves to a 31.2. Very nice lap there by ACW. Let's see here. Zach Warren on a... I'm not sure if he's on a push-up. No, he's on a push-up. T-Mac goes to fourth with a 30.9. Very good lap there by the Alpine driver. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find anybody else here on a lap. Al is on a lap as well. He's coming through the first sector, heading through 1, 2, 3, and 4. Spicer now goes to top. Wow, very big lap indeed by Spicer. 130. Well, almost 6. It's really a 30.598. As Al's up by 1,000th to the first sector, but let's see if he can find any more time here in this lap. As Dada goes to fourth with a 30.8. Very nice lap there by the McLaren driver. As Al heads through 8, now it's at 9. Fourth gear keeps it in fourth. Very controlled, very steady there around those corners. The clock says he's up by nearly 2/10 to the middle sector. There's the Alpine. I think there might be T-Mac. Then it is T-Mac in front of him. Around the right-hander, and he gets a little bit of a draft from the Alpine and gets out of the way. So that helps him just a little bit. Down this back straight here, reaching speeds of about 327 kilometers an hour. Down to third. Around the right-hander, kissing the apex just a little bit, using the outside curve just slight. The final corner, and onto the main straight. We'll cross the start-finish line, and he takes pole position with a 130.577. A very fast lap indeed. Let's see, Levi, he's not really on a push lap. Farmer Sam, how about you? No, I don't think you are, by the looks of things. Let's see here. Eagle on an out lap. Quite early to get out on the track as well. He's actually going to be starting that lap with about 4 minutes left on the clock. As there was an Aston Martin, I think, that just improved. That was Farmer Sam, actually. That did improve. He's done a 131.200. Eagle just weaving about, getting temperature into his tires. See whatever temperature you can get them into the proper window. Alright, he heads up towards now the final turn. He's got about 3.5-ish minutes left on the clock, so in case if he does somehow mess up, he'll have another chance to go for another run. Let's see where he goes. Up towards turn 1. Around the right-hander of turns 1 and 2, a snaily section here, as I have said before. Up towards now turn 3 and 4, keeps in the third around turns 3 and 4. Up towards now the end of the first sector, the clock's saying for Eagle. He's up by 90,000, so there's a lockup in front from somebody. That might be an AlphaTauri, and it is. I reckon that's obviously a Polo Pepsi that was locking up, considering he's the only AlphaTauri out on track. To the right-hander of 8, down to the double left-handers of 9 and 10, down to 3rd, up to 4th, mid-sequence of through those corners. Clock says now, up by 52,000. I think he's lost a little bit of time there in that middle sector. He will have Aston Martin in front of him. That might provide a bit of a distraction, I reckon. That was Zach Bourne there on the right-hand side of the road. That might have provided just a tiny bit of a distraction there. As Farmer Sam is retired in the pits. So he will not go further to qualifying. That means the best he can hope for is 9th place. But meanwhile, the Alpine of Eagle, around the final turn, will cross the start-finish line. Does he improve? The answer is yes, by 2/10 with a 1:30.941. 6th place for now. Oh dear, look at the traffic there. Coming around that corner. Now please keep your distance. We don't want to have another lobby restart thanks to grid penalties. Just sort yourselves out, okay? Yeah, I don't want another race dealing with lobby restarts. 1.5 minutes left here in qualifying. Still Ali is on pole position for now by 0.02 of a second between himself and Spicer. But can anyone maybe get that? We'll wait and see. Can Al keep pole and improve more on that time? We'll wait and see. Same story with some of the others. Spicer's the closest, but I reckon there's a few other challenges along the way. Oh my goodness, look at the traffic here down this back straight. What is this, bro? My goodness. I reckon there's somebody here that's going to get a grid penalty here. With that traffic and that much congestion. Like, seriously. Sort yourselves out. Alright, well, ACW has sorted... Oh, sorry, Spicer, has sorted himself out. He's going to start his final flying lap, along with the Red Bull there behind as well. That might be Levi. I think that's starting another lap. Through turns 1, 2, and up towards turn 3 goes Sebastian Spicer. Heads up to the end of turn 4. And there's yellow flags behind as well. Hopefully there'll be cars sorting themselves out here. Spicer has not found any time to the first sector. He's down by nearly 300ths. His teammate has just started a lap. How about Seb to the first sector? He has not found time either. And that's going to be in the qualifying here. So this is the last laps here. Data here. He's coming up through turns 1, 2, and 3. T-Mac is down by 54,000. How about Plebs to the first sector? He has found time. He's up by 38 thousandths to the first sector. Spicer has backed out of the lap. That's it for qualifying. Best he can hope for is P2 at the moment. Seb, excuse me, is down by 51,000. What about ACW to the middle sector? Has he got any time here? He has actually found time. As a matter of fact, he's up by 28,000, but hopefully the cars in front of him do not create any sort of distractions here. What about Grid Shucks? What is he up to? He's up by 84,000. Definitely someone that could challenge for pole. Pole Pepsi is down by 4 seconds. He's not going to further improve from the looks of things. But how about Seb? Can he find any more time in this final sector? Can it be enough for pole position here? Levi improves to a 10th position. Seb has invalidated, and it's not going to be improved anyway. He invalidated and also lost time. ACW around the final corner. Goes up to the line. Is it enough? It is enough! With a 1:30.447. A big clutch lap there by ACW as Al takes it back with a 30.437. 10 thousandths separate between him and ACW. What an end to qualify. What a show by the top two. My goodness, Plevs. P6 with a 30.8. And yeah, that's it. Sneaky also getting to the top 10, I just noticed too. Great showing there by both Al and ACW. 10,000s separating those two. Al gets it on the last gasp. He takes pole here in China. Very nice lap. Our championship leader, Spicer, though, does start P3 ahead of his championship rival. That'll be crucial for him in this race. Dada starts P4, Seb P5, Seb P5, Plebs P6, Eagle P7, T-Mac P8, Sneaky 9th, Grid Jokes in 10th. The whole top 10 separated by half a second. 3,000 set between these two as well. Levi 11th, Pepsi, Farmer Sam, Vargas, Zach Warren, combined, Dury. That's funny. Rafi, Bumpton, and Stevenson starts from the back because he got disqualified for blocking the pit lane. I know you're a bit disappointed with that ACW, but it was still, excuse me, still a great lap though. Just, yeah, I'll just got you by just a smidge. Just a smidge. No, that's a great showing by both of those drivers. Giving it everything. But in the end, it was Al that came out on top of qualifying. But you don't earn the race win by getting pole position. You get it in the race. Alright, well, we'll see how everyone goes here. I do see clouds here, obviously, here in China. Typical to see that as well. What also is something that wouldn't be far away is the rain, because that is definitely a possibility. Yeah, now in China. If memory serves me right, I think it's 28 laps around this place. It's been a while since I've actually done a 50% race here in China. I want to say at least was something like that. Whew. Yeah, we'll see how it goes here. Alright, everyone's all good to go. And we're all good to go here. 5 red lights. And we are underway for the Chinese Grand Prix. A great start there from Big Al. He actually storms off the line, getting clear of ACW. Meanwhile, though, the McLaren of Dada down the inside of Spicer into turns 1, 2, and into turn 3. Spicer, though, will have the inside line, though, heading up towards turn 3 and 4. But can he keep the position here, as this battle is also going up further back as well. Cars side by side. And there's also a car spinning around. That's Dury. That's spun. Oh, his player's nearly outbraking himself. There behind Seb. My goodness, that was so close. But can he get him around the outside and go to the inside line? And that answer is yes. He's got that done. But Seb trying to fight back. Heading into turn 8. He doesn't have an answer. He has to stay behind the Ferrari. But a great start by Al. He's already cleared up a little bit of a distance. Yellow's at the back as well. I think that's Stevenson that might have had an incident. It is. That has had a little bit of an incident there at the turns 9 and 10 complex, I think. Maybe a little bit further back. But meanwhile, though, as the cars make their way around turn 13, Seb also trying to fight back on Plevs. He's got that done. He's back to 5th place as they head down the back straight. Cars weaving about, trying to get some sort of slipstream as they head up towards turn 13. Oh, is Dada looking interested, but not close enough. Lock up as well from a few cars as well as they head down towards the heavy braking zone of turn 14. Eagle and Sneaky side by side, heading up towards the final turn. Alpine, though, sticks his toe, pushes the Williams out off the track. My goodness, that's close. And through goes Grid Jokes, trying to capitalize here to the outside. Can he get the pair of them? as they head towards turn 1. He got one car. Can he get the other? Oh, that's lag. Oh, that's more lag. Quite a lot of lag. Oh, his Sneaky's run into the back of the McLaren. Has he misjudged that? I don't know. In terms of like the lag that was happening, I don't think damage. Oh, no damage. He is lucky. Oh, it's down the inside. Oh, it ain't even further in the inside. That's Sam. My goodness. Against his teammate, I think that was. Against Zach Warren, up towards now turns 7 and 8. Yeah, everyone's sort of sorted themselves out. Goodness me. Up towards the front, though. Top 7 within a second of each other. Great Chucks, though, kind of slipping away from T-Mac. You don't want to lose out to DRS here. Of course, DRS will be enabled in the upcoming lap. Dada has a slipstream, but not enough momentum to pass here, I would say. Get the tires up. Almost everyone's on the hard tires. Down the inside goes Apollo Pepsi. Lock up as well from a few other cars in front of him. But he's got the move done. Up towards the top 10 he goes. ACW sets the fastest lap, 1:35.2. As now DRS is enabled. If you're one of those seconds of the car in front of you, of course, you'll get the aid of the rear wing. That reduces the drag and give you DRS. Blake Stevenson also sets the fast lap as and into the pits goes Bumpton, so he sustained some sort of damage on the opening laps. So hard tires for almost everybody apart from, wow, that is a lot of lag. Blake Stevenson and Dury. But yeah, and Bumpton's also just pitted for the mediums. So I don't think we'll necessarily need that for now then, since we know that everyone's on the hard compound tire. Around turn 7 and 8. Now the top 3 are starting to pull away here. Seb's actually, no, the top 2 I should say. Because Seb's kind of losing a bit of ground here. Seb Spicer losing a bit of ground to his teammate and Al. As they head around the right-hander of 12. Up towards 13 they go. Will his teammate get DRS? Will ACW's teammate get DRS, I may add. ACW obviously will get DRS, so he'll close the gap up. And meanwhile, here comes Dada to the right-hand side. They both have DRS, but Dada's got more momentum. Seb counters back, but is nearly touching there. Actually was touching there at the right-hander between Seb, the two Sebs there, into the right-hander of 14. Meanwhile, some shuffling there. Raffi and Stevenson, Baggett and Dury having a bit of scraps there further back. Around the right-handers of 1, 2, and then to the left-hander of 3 and 4. Now everyone's back within DRS. Literally almost the entire field, apart from Zach Warren, who's about nearly a second behind his teammate. Lockups again from some of the cars in front. Stevenson overtakes Raffi. That is for P16. Remember, the top 15 here do score points here in Race Spec. Yeah, not really everyone separating each other here. Up towards now turns 11 and 12. Dada still keeping touching distance here. Getting a bit closer here to the other Mercedes. Meanwhile, the other Mercedes here, Seb. The two Sebs are close. It looks like Seb has got more momentum than the other one. Oh, I reckon he does, because he's closing the gap with that straight line speed of the Red Bull to the outside. Spicer, though, fighting back into turns 14 and 15, but does not have an answer at the exit of the corner. Seb moves up into 4th. The battle of the Sebs was won by the Seb and the Red Bull, but the other Seb in the Mercedes will fight him back with DRS and gets him back there before turn 1. Oof. Yeah, that was good battle indeed there by the two Sebs, but it's not over yet. That's definitely for sure. But that has led a bit of a gap though, more to Data and Spicer, that is. You got Al, you got ACW, you got Data, all within the top 3. Up towards now turn 7 and 8 goes the front of the field. 1.6 seconds is Sam. Eagle battling away at turn 7. On the grass was Eagle. That allows Sam to get through. He's up into 12th. Meanwhile, though, up a little further here. What does the ACW got in response? Will he line up any sort of move? He's got a lot of battery to play with. Al's still got a bit to his fair credit, even without having DRS. So he's got good pace. That's what I was going to say, good pace so far. Oh, hang on. 3 wide into turn 14. That's Sam down the inside. Matt Plevy goes to the outside. Can Plevy get through into turn 16, sorry. As Plevs gets ahead of both Sebs. As meanwhile, the yellow flags at the back. There might have been an instant, I believe, between the Haas of the Ferrari. Up towards now turn 1. Again, 3 wide into turn 1. A shocking camera angle. And Seb gets ahead of Spicer, or does he here, into turns 1 and 2. He does get him. Nicely done. I'm thinking there might have been an incident between Rafi and Stevenson. I think was the incident that I was referring to. Meanwhile, though, further back, though, Alpine and Aston Martin's battling away here. Zach Warren, Eagle, and Farmer Sam down towards turn 6. Can the Alpine get in front of one Aston Martin? Not quite. Not into this corner here, but how about into turn 7? The other Aston Martin trying to get in front. He does. Zach Warren stays ahead of Eagle. Up towards the front of the field, back towards the front of the field, I should say. Top 3 still within DRS range. Well, obviously Al Cruden does not have that because he is the leading car. Up towards now turn 14. Not quite close enough for Spicer to get through. There's another overtake there. I think that might have been between Gridjokes and Sneaky. I think that was the overtake that happened. Yeah, that was at turn 14. But meanwhile, back onto the main straight. Farmer Sam gets his first penalty. 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Ouch. Not good news indeed, as T-Mac right on the gearbox of the Ferrari of Plevs. It's not close enough to do anything. Lock up there from, I think that was from Data. Well, actually, it might have been more ACW. I don't think Data uses no ABS. I think he does use ABS if I remember correctly. So mostly likely might have been ACW or Al. Yeah, they can't seem to catch up to the top 3 of this group. Because of the battling they've been doing, they just cannot do anything. Yellow flags, that's Rafi, that's spun. That's at turn 2. Up towards the front though. DRS still with ACW and Data. Not close enough. Oh, as ACW does run a little wide. Not enough to compromise him. T-Mac. More momentum than the Ferrari, it seems. They still got DRS, but Plevs gets the better exit there at the exit of the final corner. And onto the main straight. Can't really do too much. Sure. Yeah, I got you. That's the situation. Al's got 50%, ACW's got 84, and Dada's got 68. Was that 60? Yeah, 60. I was going to say 68. Yeah, I'll keep it on then for you there, bait. Anyway, through turns 7 and 8 is Seb, Spicer, and Seb Spicer, and then you got Matt Plevy, T-Mac, Grid Jokes, and Sneaky in this group, along with Apollo Pepsi, somewhat in this group. He's kind of pulling away a little bit from Levi Tiger Pants. Dada looks a lot closer to ACW, and I think he might line up a move. Actually, let's see. As Rafi's retired. Here comes Dada up towards turn 14. Oh, Mercedes looked like he had more momentum somewhat thanks to the slipstream. Just not enough to pass. I think he might have used a little battery there, ACW, just to stay in front. As Zach Warren and Farmer Sandwich exchange places. Does ACW get him here? No, not quite. Fair enough, obviously. It is a bit of a tricky area to pass on some occasions. At the first corner, because of how big of a degree this corner is. It's just a long, long right-hander as combined goes into the pits. Already on lap 9. Up towards turn 6. Nothing doing here. Everyone's still keeping it live. So, and a bit of moment. It looked like they're from Grid Jokes in that put by a McLaren. Yeah, I think combined might have suffered some sort of damage, I'm gonna guess. Yeah, because he was on the hard turn. I don't think you want to pit that early to get off them. Alright, well, out of 13. Back to the top 3 we go. Dada right behind ACW. ACW still on the back of the Alfa Romeo. Al goes to defend, but he can't defend this time. ACW goes to the inside. Big lockup from Al, but it's not enough to hold the position. ACW takes the lead of the Chinese Grand Prix. But does Al fight back here? He'll get DRS up towards turn 1. Same with Dada as well. He is close. Is it going to be enough here? Looking right at turn 1. Al tries to fight here into turns 1 and 2. He'll keep the inside line for turns 1 and 2, but it will convert. This time Al actually clears ACW, and he takes back the race lead. Meanwhile, Dada's just seen the show at least unfold in front of his eyes. Seeing whatever these two do. Waiting for something to happen, I suppose. They're comfortably patient here. Meanwhile, the Sebs occupying 4th and 5th, the last of the top 5. There's Plebs right behind. Remember, these two are about 7 points but separated in the Drivers' Championship. Around the right-hander of 12. Now 13. Get back on the gas. And back onto the back straight. Dada is about 2.5 tenths back. But of course does not have enough momentum to pass ACW. ACW going for another lunge. Not close enough. He really thought about it, didn't he? Going up towards turn 14. Up towards now 16. To the main straight. 3.5 tenths is the margin between these two. Dada though rides on the back of ACW. ACW closes the DRS early because he wants to stay patient. Not bother with anything at the moment. He's trying to play the long game in some aspects and save a bit of ERS. Around the left-hander of 4, on towards the kink of 5, then to the braking zone of turn 6. Yeah, everyone's keeping a line of turn still here in this little group of the midfield. As combined sets the fast lap of the race with a 34.3. Yeah, not really at the halfway mark just quite yet, but we're getting there. Seven tenths, 6.5. ACW losing a bit of ground there, but he'll gain the ground back thanks to DRS. Going right side, that's Data. Not getting slipstream, he probably did that tactically. And meanwhile, Seb Spicer moves in front of Seb for P4. No big battle there this time. Seb just wanted to get that position done and dusted, but maybe he might have made a mistake there. He was all over the curb there at the exit of the final turns. That's going to allow the Red Bull to get by again and take the position back as far as Sam goes into the pit lane. Around the right-handers of 1 and 2, up towards 3 and 4. Yellows, that's a Haas, that's Bagus, it's Spun. Oh, he's done a Carlos Sainz impression there of the final turn. Meanwhile, Sam gets back out. He's onto a set of medium compound tires. Yes, he has. He'll come out right behind Bagus, like I said, who was just spun at the final turn. You gotta be careful with the tires there. They might be red hot, I imagine, after that little spin. Plus the tires being dirty from being on the grass. As he's crashed out, that's a turn 4 and it's a safety car. Funny I say to be careful, and well, he didn't do that. He was not careful, he ended up spinning out. So that now leaves everyone going to the pit line. That means everyone's gonna stay pretty much where they're at, I guess. Although I'm curious to know about the Mercs, because they're gonna have to double stack. And possibly the McLarens, because of data and grid jokes. Whoa, that's a bit deep. Here comes everyone, here comes the busy work. Into the pits comes everybody. Literally, look at the conga line we have. As everyone decides to explore the Hamilton line. In reference to 2007, if you're wondering what I'm talking about. Medium tires for little everybody. Literally everyone on sale for the medium tires. Let's see, doesn't seem like he was affected too much on that double stack, if I'm totally fair. Actually, no, actually, I take that back. Nope, he's lost 2 places to Plevy and T-Mac. Weird, I thought the double stack didn't look too bad, but okay. So it actually cost him a little bit. And it did same with Grid Jokes, he's lost 2 places as well. Because now he's behind Apollo Pepsi and Sneaky. Or was he there before? I can't quite remember now. But yeah, now Plevs has jumped Spicer, and same with T-Mac. And I think so as Seb too. Yeah, that's right, because Spicer was ahead of him. So actually, technically, he's lost 3 places. So yeah, now everyone is on the medium, apart from one, and that is Dury in the Williams. He is on the hard compound tire. Everyone else, though, is on the mediums. Yeah, Seb Spicer, I should say, running into a little bit of bad luck there on that pit stop. Yeah, I think Grid Jokes 2 was effective. I have to look back, but I can't remember exactly if he was or wasn't. I think he was ahead of Apollo and Sneaky. But yeah, I think he might have lost 2 places. But yeah, either way, he's in 10th. Probably not where he would fancy, but unfortunately that's the case. Yeah, both Haas's out of the race. I'm not sure exactly what Rafi did, considering I didn't see a yellow flags down the main straight, because I don't know if he retired in the pits or something. I know Baggis, though, crashed out at turn 4 because he lost it under traction. So that's why we've got the safety car right now. And it's the first safety car of the race. Actually, I'll look in terms of curiosity. Let's see. Oh no, Rafi did crash out from terminal damage. Weird, I didn't see where the yellow flag that was. I mean, the only thing I saw was just that his name popped up saying that he DNF'd. I didn't see though where the yellow flag, if there was a yellow flag. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense what happened. But yeah, I don't know exactly how he did it. Right, so to refresh everyone's memories, right now we got Al in first, still, ACW second, Dada third, Steps fourth, Plevy fifth, T-Max sixth, Spicer there seventh, losing 3 positions there on the pit stop. Paul Pepsi 8th, Sneaky 9th, Richards 10th, who I think did also get affected by the double stack as Levi nearly runs straight into the back of him. Thankfully that wasn't the case. Levi though is in 11th, Zach Warren 12th, Eagle 13th, Sam 14th, and Dury in 15th is the last of the point scores at the moment. So now the safety car will come in the pit lane shortly, and that means everyone will take a bit of time to get going, I guess. The only question is, when does Al get going? You know, he has to wait until the safety car gets fully into the pits, then he can get going whenever he wants. Yeah, the advantage that he's got is that he can cause the tires to get cold from behind, thanks to how long the restart sequence can be. Could be a chance there he might do it at the end of the hairpin. Yeah, he's definitely done so. Yep, he's done a Max Verstappen sort of restart that he did earlier today. Now we're back under green. He actually caught a little bit of napping there from Goodness, ACW. Sorry, I couldn't get it out of my mouth. As Dada couldn't get the move there at turn 1. Yeah, my throat kind of was a bit froggy there, I guess. Up towards now turns 5 and 6 we go. Al still leads. ACW second, Dada third, followed by Seb and Matt Plevy. Lock up as well. Up towards now turns 6. Now it's 7 and 8. Doesn't look like anyone changed in terms of positions. Everyone's still pretty much stayed the same. Around the left-handers of 9 and 10. Up towards now turns 11 and 12. ACW 7.5 tenths behind Al. He's losing time. So he can't afford to lose out DRS to him. As Eagle down the inside on Zach Warren gets through into 12th position. Up front though, 8 tenths the margin between Al and ACW. Dada also losing a bit of time as well to ACW. Up towards the hairpin of turn 14. Pulling the car up as best he can around the penultimate corner. Now towards the final corner of the racetrack. To end lap 15 and to begin lap 16 of the race. Al sets the fastest lap with a 1:33.2. And they have both used a bit the similar amounts of battery. Dada hasn't used as much as those two, but has used a little bit. Seb's still there, hasn't used much of it. Now it does as I say so. Yeah, Plev's still keeping touch as well. T-Max still there. Spice is still there. As a pull, Pepsi goes way deep on the brakes. Oh my goodness, that was quite deep there by the AlphaTauri driver. Thankfully, though, no further incident was made. Now to the left-handers of 9 and 10. And back on towards 11 and 12. There you go. 8.5 tenths the margin. 8 tenths. 8 tenths still. Gap still increasing just a smudge. Does make sense why, because I just saw Al was using battery. He doesn't want ACW to get DRS. Yeah, Dada's still doing the same story, keeping up. Pepsi though. Oh, there's contact between Pepsi and Spicer. Down the back straight. There's even contact at the hairpin. Seb has the inside line. But around the outside goes the ball of Pepsi. Oh, that compromises Seb big time. A sneaky looking for a move here on Spicer. Spicer really getting screwed here. Up towards that turn 1. Down the inside goes the Williams. There's even contact between those two. It's turns 1 and 2. Seb though will have the inside line for 3 and 4. Will he get the traction and the power at the exit of the corner? Yes, he does. Just. He's now back in front of him. But yeah, losing out to a Paul Pepsi down the back straight. Plebs though losing out to the top 4. Seb though might get into the mix here for the battle for the race lead. Al still leads the way, 7 tenths the margin. He's led almost every lap. He's led every lap of this race so far. Or actually, no, it led almost every lap. I forgot. ACW led, I think, 1 or 2 laps so far in the race. Back down the back straight away they go. DRS open now for the Mercedes and for the McLaren and for the Red Bull. Actually, I think Plez might... No, actually he does not have DRS. He is within range though, so he will get it down the main straight. As we have towards the final turn of the racetrack. Back onto the main straight, everyone goes. Everyone apart from the leader and the Eagle has got DRS in this whole little train. ACW closing up to the rear of that Alpha. Combine getting overtaking Sam. Sam trying to fight. It seems there through turns 3 and 4. Nothing doing there. Meanwhile, they'll take a look and see what these two are doing. Sam losing out to Combine. Combine moves up into 14th. Sam does not go for any sort of lunge. A little bit of a lock up there from somebody. Oh, hang on. Oh, rain. I thought I saw a raindrop. My eyes were playing tricks. I thought for a minute I saw a raindrop. I was like, oh, hang on. It doesn't look like we're in that stage, unless there is. It's not, yeah, no rain coming afoot just yet. If there is rain, we'll wait and see if it does happen. Right now, it's not looking like it's going to do so yet. ACW closing on Al. Lifts as well. Doing this tactically because he wants to save up the battery he can for the later part of the race. That's, oh, it's down the inside goes Stevenson on the pair of Combined and Sam here. Oh, Sam trying to fight back there. He gets in front of the AlphaTauri. Nice aggressive move there, I guess, there by the Aston Martin. Oh, lot of grass there from Sam. Through 1 and 2 and to 3 and 4. Sam shuts the door. Nothing doing there. Oh. They're getting quite racy between these two, aren't they? Here we go again. Combining into Sam. Up towards 7. There's contact. A little bit of contact there. I'll go back up to the leaders now. ACW, 4 tenths the margin. between himself and Al. Out to the final corner, or sorry, final corner, out of 13. Why did I say final corner? Onto the main and back straight. Get your part of the tracks correct, KD. Oh, that was close. Dada really getting racy. Well, because ACW is playing the long game, he has to be very, very careful. You do not want to play too patient a game because everyone else behind you might not be playing that sort of game. A lot of the others might be wanting to be a little bit racy, I'd say. Yeah, because of that, it's also brought them a little bit closer. And I mean really close, because look at how close Dada is to the back of that Mercedes. Alright, up towards 6. No lunge. No lunge from anybody, it seems. Seb is all over that McLaren's gearbox. Yeah, I think ACW might need to go for a move here. Oh, bit wide there from Al. I think that might have compromised his run a little bit there through turn 8. Does get good exit there on turn 10. Dada not close enough. He was thinking about a move as he gets so close to the back of that Merc. Yeah, I think ACW needs to go for some sort of move. Yeah, he cannot wait any longer. For the patient game. Yeah, Al still doesn't have DRS, of course, because he's leading. Up towards now turn 14. Dada going to defend, or at least thinking of a move. Not close enough. Plebs, no, not close enough. That's a concertina effect if I've ever seen one there. Just for how all the cars were bunched up at turn 14. Thankfully, it's not a safety car restart, not like what we saw earlier. It's running wide there. I think that was a Apollo Pepsi there running wide out of the final corner. Up towards turn 1. Not close enough there for ACW to do anything. But he runs a little bit wide there at turns 1 and 2. Up towards 3 and 4. And he's not going to do anything just quite yet. Stays behind for now. As we're on to lap 21 of 28. 8 more laps to go here in this Chinese Grand Prix. Sneaky on Apollo Pepsi. They're fighting. Oh, that's lag. That's quite a bit of lag there. My goodness. Yeah, because of that, that's definitely compromised their little run there. There's at the corner. Sneaky's dropped down by 1.2 seconds to T-Mac. As now Apollo Pepsi under pressure from Spicer. Down to oh, a little bit wide there. That's Levi. And through goes Levi. Can he get 2 cars here? Off the road goes Apollo Pepsi. And he gets through as Levi goes down the inside of Apollo Pepsi. As there's contact as well at turn 11. Levi can't get the move. Oh, and a spin! That's Seb! That's Seb Spicer! Unbelievable! The championship leader! He's dropped all the way down to 13th, making a mistake at turn 12. 13th, making 14th, maybe 15th because Combine's closing in with DRS. Seb does not have anything. Not even slipstream, nothing. Combine's got all the momentum compared to the Mercedes. Can't do anything there, and of course he locks up. Unbelievable. This has changed the complexion of the championship as Apollo Pepsi goes into the pits. Wow, interesting. Maybe he sustained a bit of damage somewhere. Meanwhile, though, not close enough there. Zach Warren battling Eagle there. As Combined overtakes Seb Spicer. Up towards turns 1 and 2. Spicer, though, will have the inside line. But doesn't have enough racing room. Oh, he nearly loses it again! My goodness! Spicer nearly dropping the car again! That back end was complaining at the exit of 4. Oh, he cannot afford to lose any more positions here. Because Plebs is in 5th. Spicer is only going to get the minimum points, and definitely will lose the championship lead if the results stand as it is, or unless something happens to Plebs. Yeah, this championship has really now turned its head, it seems, in the brief moments but we still got more racing to go. ACW right behind Al. He's not close enough. Doesn't really go for anything. He plays the more patient game, trying to save the battery as best he possibly can. Like I said, he's got to be very careful of the drivers that maybe are thinking a bit differently compared to him. Here comes ACW. Not quite close enough. Does not go for any sort of lunge. Zach Warren, though, does go for a move. 10th place is his. Alright. Levs, what are you going to do here? Outside! Into turn 5! Oh! Into turn 6, I should say. Oh! He tried to go around the outside. He just wanted to get something, but unfortunately, he got, well, zilch. He has to stay where he is at 5th, as I get a nice little voice crack there. Alright, 4.5 tenths the margin between the top two. Still been the same almost with these three for almost the majority of this race. Between Al, ACW, and Dada, and Seb. Haven't necessarily moved much of anywhere this whole sequence of the race. ACW has had a lead a couple of times, as I said before, but that's about it. That's the only lead changes we've had. That's contact. I definitely heard the thud. Alright, onto the final corner now, onto the main straight. ACW not in the slipstream, he's doing that purposely. Yep, seems like the majority of this whole pack here playing a bit of DRS chicken, I think. Yeah, it's just the top 7 within DRS. So Paul Pepsi sets the fastest lap. He's currently 17th. And we got these whole sequence of cars here around here at turns 9 and 10. Nothing doing there for Dada. Round turn 13, or turn 12 and 13. Ooh, as ACW looked like he had a bit of a moment. Definitely saw the back end step out just a little bit. And Dada is getting the golden opportunity to pass here to the left side. He goes for second. He'll take it. Dada now moves up into P2 ahead of ACW. Saw the opportunity, he went for it. The patient game for ACW had definitely not necessarily worked in his favor. It's cost him a place. Oh, it's running wide there, that's Dada. And also Al, trying to get into the apex as best they can. Seb bringing the pressure on ACW here. Battle here for the race lead and for the podium places here. Yeah, it's basically what it's been, Crichton. What it basically has been. Follow the leader. Like I said before, there's anytime you do that, play a bit of a patient game. If you got other cars behind you, they'll play a bit of a different game. They might think differently compared to you. It's honestly the context of F1 League racing, I'm totally honest. Following the leader, a bit of a DRS chicken game, etc. Al is starting to pull a bit of a gap, it looks like here. 8.5 tenths is the margin. Dada still has DRS, but obviously he will not be close enough to do anything here. The 14? Yeah. He only closed up by at least half a second there. Alright, on to the main straight here. 3 laps to go here in Shanghai. Dada, is looking for the lead there. Wasn't close enough. He feels he's got more pace to get the lead. But by doing that, you got to get through as Bumpton gets a penalty for multiple warnings. Yeah, top 7 still within the train. Sneaky is just, in the back of this train, he really can't do anything. The best he can hope for is for something to happen. Yep, I definitely would agree there, Crichton. Yeah, it kind of puts you in that sort of position. Although I wouldn't call Shanghai the good of racing tracks. Look at Al though; he's actually pulling a gap actually to Dada, nearly a second. But then of course Dada will gain that back thanks to DRS. ACW is closing in. He's turning on the juice and he will go for it. He wants to capitalize it here to the inside of turn 14. Oh, and he's got it done. Just about, so he's back into second place. As we move on into the penultimate lap. Oh, what a bit of a moment there from ACW. Will that give Dada a run? No, he does not. Yeah, he's not close enough to do anything here. Into turn 1. I think it's really going to come down to these 4 as Gridjux and Levi are side by side heading through turns 1 and 2. The other Red Bull though gets in front of the other McLaren. He'll get in front there for an 8th position as Goodbye gets by Blake Stevenson. But we'll keep our eyes still on the battle for the race lead as Farmer Sam gets a penalty too. Around turn 6 up towards 7 and 8 we go. Al is... In fairness to Al, he has been doing a really good job and not buckling under the pressure. I will give Al credit for that. He really has done pretty well to keep his composure, but he needs to keep it calm and cool when we get to the last lap. That's probably when all the drama will unfold. That'll be the climax of the race. Alright, down the back straight. ACW will close up. He doesn't have much battery though, compared to the cars around him. As Seb looks to the inside. That's 3rd place for him. He's got it done. Oh, but steps out. Yeah, he's got a lot more battery though compared to ACW too. I think ACW could be in a bit of trouble here if Al decides to turn on the battery now as we move on to the last lap of the race. Alright, around turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Up towards turn 6. Not quite close enough there. But Seb goes way deep on the brakes. Up towards 7 and 8 we go. Al has about a half-second margin between himself and ACW. ACW needs to keep that gap closed. He needs to be at least 4.5 tenths. Maybe about half a second at best. It's half a second, 5.5 tenths. 6 tenths. This is where Aldo has been strong around this corner right here of turn 13. He's been getting a lot of traction there, and he has got, I think, enough traction to do so, to keep ahead of ACW. ACW, though, has absolutely no battery in his back pocket. Seb goes to the left-hand side. Will he get 2nd position? The answer is no. Meanwhile, 3 wide at the back. That's between Sneaky T-Mac and Gridjokes. Nothing doing there for Seb. He has to stay behind. Aldo has enough. He stays ahead and wins the Chinese Grand Prix. A very good race by the Alpha driver. ACW gets second. Seb gets third. Dada fourth. Plebs fifth. T-Mac sixth. Sneaky seventh. Ridjokes eighth. Levi ninth. Eagle rounds out the 10. Warren combined. Stevenson, Spicer, Apollo, Pepsi though. Fish is 15th. Dury, Bumpton, and Sam. As he gets out of that corner there. But yeah. Al. Yeah, what a race for Al. Led the majority of the race. Did not necessarily look back with all the pressure he had for the majority of the race. With ACW, with Dada, with Seb. He just kept his head forward and, well, he did it. He did what he needed to do and won. A fantastic result. A fantastic race. Actually, I'll give it some credit. Like I said that before, China is not the most exciting racetrack in the world, but it can provide some sort of decent racing here and there. There are the unofficial results then of this Chinese Grand Prix. Al wins it here by 6/10 between him and ACW. Not Spicer. Seb finishes in third. Dada fourth. Plebs fifth. T-Mac sixth. Sneaky seventh. Gridjokes eighth. Levi ninth. Eagle 10th. Warren 11th. Combined 12th. Stevenson 13th. Spicer. Pepsi. Dury. Bumpton, Sam, Vegas, and Rafi. These were the only retirements as well, were the two Haas drivers. Actually, Farmer Sam got the fastest lap of the race. So, I guess he'll score that extra point. Alright, well, I guess since ACW is a PlayStation player, I guess he'll be my only interview, if he wants to do so, that is. Alright, well, let me see this here. Invites. Oops. At least ACW is not that difficult. Obviously the first name that pops up on my friends list. Ugh. I guess in some aspects ACW. But, I mean, you did the best that you could. Anyway. And speaking of which, hello.
Hello, Katie.
Well, how about that for this Chinese Grand Prix? You did all you could, but I guess it just wasn't enough for you there at the end.
Nah, it wasn't. Kind of bottled it at the end.
What do you think you did, in your opinion?
I feel like my race pace was pretty good. I had pace to just keep up with Al and sit back. I think it was lap 24 or whatever. I had like a little snap through the hairpin, or like the loop, and then I lost position to Dada, and I had to spend all my ERS to get past him again, get back P2, so then I had nothing for Al at the end.
Yeah, I did notice how you had a little bit of a snap of oversteer at that right-hander, and yeah, Dada just saw that and just turned on the juice and said, yeah, I'll go for that move. But yeah, were you a bit concerned though, in some aspect to the drivers behind, like thinking, oh, they're not going to play the long game like you were doing?
I was looking at my rear mirrors more than I was looking in front.
I don't blame you. I don't necessarily blame you.
Because every time I check up at the end of the DRS strand, I'm just worried someone's going to T-bone you or something. So yeah, mainly just looking behind more than forwards. For most of it, yeah.
What did you think of that? What happened when that safety car came out? Like, I know it didn't make much of a difference, but were you not?
I wasn't too happy about it, to be honest.
I was gonna ask if you were not too happy, or you were just like, yeah, it's whatever.
Because we top three were just chilling, and then we invited the whole DRS train because of the safety car.
Yeah, I see.
A little bit more pressure, yeah.
Yeah, that's the typical thing about this whole new regulations and everything with this game. It seems like anytime there's some sort of drama with a safety car, it bunches everybody up, and then no one seems to separate each other, which is crazy because it wasn't like that before.
Yeah.
Let's see, where are we at next week? Is it Miami or is it Imola? I think it's Imola. Yeah, it's Imola. Yeah, it's Imola. I just looked.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you think you'll do there for next week?
I haven't played it on this game, so no idea, to be honest.
Oh, really?
No. I barely play on this game anymore.
I'll be honest, I don't blame you, and yeah. Yeah, because this
also
game...
busy with uni and stuff, so...
Yeah, no, that's fair, but yeah, I'm honestly lost my interest in this game.
It's very fair enough.
But anyway, congratulations on your podium, and yeah, good luck for your next week at Imola.
Thank you, Katie.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think that is that, ladies and gentlemen. And I guess tune out for the rest of the week. Got more racing to come for Tuesday, of course, and for the other Pacific leagues. But for Pacific Open Tier 1, we'll wait till next week. Until then, I have been K1997. Thank you very much, and we will we will see you once again for the 10th round of the championship at the Autodromo Enzo Edino Ferrari for the Chinese Grand Prix, for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. I've had a long night. Anyway, take care and good night.